In the diagram, BCD is a straight line segment. The measure of angle ABC is. Okay, so this is 75 right here, this angle. So this angle was going to be 180 minus 75, right? So that's going to be 105. And then all the angles, I'll call this angle X, all the angles of that triangle have to add up to 180. So X plus that 105 plus that 35 have to add up to 180 because all the angles in a triangle add up to 180. And when you solve for this, you get X equal to 40, and therefore 11 is B. Square WXYZ is divided into 100 small identical squares. Some small squares are shaded and some are unshaded as shown. How many more of the small squares needed to be shaded so that 75% of the area of WXYZ is shaded? Okay, so you can count all the ones that are shaded. It wouldn't take you that long. And when you do, you'll find that 72 of them are shaded, those small little squares. Now they want 75% of the area. So 75% of the 100 would be 75. So you want to go from 72 to 75, and you do that by shading 3 more small squares. And therefore, number 12 is A. In the diagram, points 2, 1, 4, 1, and 2, 5 are 3 vertices of a rectangle. What are the coordinates of the 4th vertex? Okay, so the 4th vertex obviously is here. And let's see what that would be in terms of coordinates. Well, its x-coordinate would be the same as the x-coordinate there because you're just going straight up. So that's going to be a 4. And the y-coordinate of that point would be the same as the y-coordinate of that guy since you're going just straight across on the same y-coordinate. So that's going to be a 5. So for number 13, the answer is 4, 5, and that is choice D. The sum of 2 different prime numbers is 10. The product of these 2 numbers is. Okay, so let's list some of the prime numbers. The first few, 2, 3, 7, 11, and so on, right? The sum of 2 of these is 10. Okay, well, obviously that's 3 and 10. 3 and 7. So that's going to be satisfying the first part of the question. Then they're saying, what is the product of those 2 numbers? Okay, well, the product of 3 and 7, 3 times 7, is 21. And that's all they're getting at here. So 14, the answer would be D. Suppose n is a number such that the mean of the list of numbers 2, 9, 4, n to n is equal to 6. What is the value of n? So you guys know how to calculate the average of numbers, right? You add them. So in this case, we're adding 2 plus 9 plus 4 plus n plus 2n. And you divide by how many numbers there are. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those guys. And they're saying I've already calculated that as being 6. So there you go. That's the algebra you'd have to solve. Okay, so let's do this. So this is going to be 15. 15 plus 3n. And I'll cross multiply it to get 30. And therefore 3n is equal to 15. And therefore n is equal to 5. And therefore the answer for 15 is D. Each number from 1 to 6 replaces one of the letters P, Q, R, S, T, U. The sum of P and Q is 5. The difference between R and S is 5, and T is greater than U. What number replaces the letter T? Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. These are the numbers, and they are going to represent P, Q, R, S, T, U in some order. So let's talk about the first one. P and Q, the sum is 5. So we want 2 numbers that add up to 5. Okay. Well, I guess we have a few choices here, right? We have 1 and 4, 2 and 3. So we could put 2 and 3, that would be 5. Or we could put 1 and 4, that would be 5. Okay, so we're not sure. Okay, no problem. Let's look at the next one. The difference between R and S is 5. So that means if you took 2 numbers, the difference would be 5. So that means which 2 numbers should I choose? So if I subtracted them, I would get 5. And the only choice, the good news here, is 6 and 1. 6 minus 1 is the only way you can get 5 from these numbers. All right, because if you chose 5 and 1, it would be 4 and so on. Okay, now, so I've selected 6 and 1. And I have the difference between R and S. So they haven't really told me which one's larger, but that's okay. I'll let that be R, and I'll let that be S. Okay, so since one is already taken, this guy is not the choice. It's this guy right here. So that was this, right? P and Q. Okay, so P will be my 2, and my Q will be R. Okay, so I'm done. So now I have only T and U to assign, and they're saying that T is greater than U. So obviously this has got to be the T, and this has got to be the U. So therefore the T is 5, and therefore number 16 is E. In the diagram, triangle ABC is right-angled, isosceles triangle. D is the midpoint of BC, and E is the midpoint of AB. If AB is equal to BC, equal to 24, what is the area of AED? Okay, well, I think we just use a simple 1/2 base times height, right? And base being AE, and the height being BD. And I think that's it. That should be good enough. So since BC is 24 and D is the midpoint, BD is 12. And similarly, since AB is 24 and E is the midpoint, AE is also 12. So this is 1/2 times 12 times 12. And that, I believe, is 72. So therefore, number 17, the answer is C. A closed rectangular prism with height 8 is standing on the face with dimensions 2 by 5. The prism contains water with a depth of 6, as shown. When the prism is tipped so that it stands on its face, with the greatest area, the depth of the water is. Okay, so first let's figure out the volume of the water. It looks to me like 2 times 5 times 6, and that is 60. Then what they're saying is that they're going to put it on the side like that, so that the base is the side with the greatest area, and that's the 8 by 5. Yeah, the 8 by 5, like that. And then they're saying figure out the depth of the water. So I don't know what the depth of the water is, but it's going to be like, I guess, up to that level. Okay, no problem. Let's just call that H for height. So now the volume is going to be 8 times 5 times H. And 8 times 5 times H has to be 60. It's the same amount of water. So we got 40H. And when you divide, you get H equal to 1.5. So 18, the answer is D. Two standard dice are rolled. The product of two numbers rolled is calculated. What is the probability that the ones digit of the product is 0? Okay. Well, we got two dice. We have 6 possible choices for that guy and 6 for that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So the total number of choices, or total number of options, is 36. So when we calculate the probability, we always are going to put the total here, and that's 36. 36 ways that the dice could end up when you roll it. Now, the numerators are a specific condition, which is, in this case, the product of the two numbers calculated has to have a ones digit of 0. Okay? Now, you can go through all 36 manually, and it probably wouldn't take you that long. But off the top of my head, I believe if the dice showed a 2 and a 5, that product would be 10. If the dice showed, what else do we have? Let me think about this. 4 and 5, that would be 20, I believe. And then 5 and 2, that would be 10. 5 and 4, that would be 20. 5 and 6, which would be 30, and I believe 6 and 5 would be 30. And I think that's it. I think those 6 are the only ones where the ones digit is a 0. So therefore the 6 goes there. And that's it. And I think, we have to reduce this to lowest terms. That's how they get the 1 over 6. Oh, okay, number 19 is D. How many pairs of positive integers a, b satisfy this equation? A over 7 plus 2 over b is equal to 1. Okay, let's make a list and let's keep going. I think we have to do this manually. I don't think there's any shortcut. Might be, but I don't know what it is. So let's do it manually. Now, let's keep in mind that they're positive integers. So we're going to start with the smallest positive integer, which is 1. When you have 1, you're going to have 1 over 7 plus 2 over b is equal to 1. 2 over b is equal to 6 over 7. And therefore, 6b is 14. Therefore, b is 14 over 6. Now, the problem there is that that's not an integer, so this is not a solution. And similarly, you just go through it like this. I'll let you do the algebra. It's fairly straightforward, like that. And then once you get to 7, you'll get a negative number for b, and therefore that doesn't qualify because both of them have to be positive. So I'll let you guys do the math, but I'll fill in the ones that end up giving b as an integer value, and that's when a is 5, this is 7, and when a is 6, this is 14. So these are the only two pairs where both are positive integers, and therefore, since we have only two pairs, the answer for number 20 would be E.